There's a reason you clicked on this video. Maybe you've worked hard to make money, but something still feels missing in your connections with women. Maybe you've seen men with less wealth, less flash, but somehow they attract women in ways you can't explain. Here's the truth. What women truly desire is invisible to the eyes, but deeply felt in the soul. And the Stoic philosophers knew it all along. Today, we'll explore 5 powerful traits, things that women secretly value more than money, more than gifts, more than status. These are rooted in ancient wisdom, and they will not only change how women see you, they will change how you see yourself. Number 1, self-mastery. Let's start with what may be the rarest trait in the modern man. Self-mastery Epictetus once said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." In a world addicted to instant gratification, men who control their desires stand out like lions in a room full of sheep. Women are biologically wired to trust strength, but not just muscles or money. The deepest attraction comes from a man who has emotional regulation, discipline, and restraint. Picture. This, she says, something sharp, she's testing you. Most men react, explode, beg, or shrink, but the Stoic man, he breathes, pauses, and responds with intention. That calm in the chaos that's real power. A man who can choose his response rather than be ruled by impulse is a man women feel emotionally safe around. And emotional safety is far more seductive than luxury. By the way, self-mastery is so crucial that I'm dedicating an entire upcoming video just to this one principle. I'll break down how to train your discipline, how Stoics built in a strength, and how modern men can master emotions like a warrior monk. So if you want to dive even deeper, subscribe now and turn on notifications so you don't miss it, because the man who masters himself masters everything. Number 2, purpose. Women are drawn to a man with a mission. Your mission must come before pleasure, before comfort, before anyone's approval, even hers. Imagine this. A Stoic soldier is preparing for war the night before he spends time with his wife at sunrise. They share one last breakfast. She looks into his eyes and says, "Do you really have to go?" She tells him she'll miss him. She asks him to stay, to relax, to just watch a movie instead. Now imagine the soldier sighs and unpacks his bags. He says, "You're right, I'll stay." She smiles for a moment, but deep down, something shifts. Respect begins to fade. Why? Because deep in her nature, a woman is wired to admire a man who stands for something bigger than her. She may not say it, she may even argue against it, but when a man abandons his purpose, she feels it and she pulls away. The Stoic understands this. He doesn't ignore her, but he doesn't surrender his mission for momentary peace. As Epictetus said, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. So whether it's training your body, building your business, or sharpening your mind, purpose comes first, and ironically, that's what makes her feel safe, attracted, and proud to stand beside you. Number 3, logical thinking. One of the defining differences between men and women is how they process the world. Women are often led by emotion, but the Stoic man leads with reason. He doesn't suppress emotion. He understands it, but he chooses not to be ruled by it. The more you develop the ability to analyze situations with clarity and objectivity, the more grounded and masculine you become. Women are deeply attracted to a man who remains calm and level-headed, especially in the face of adversity. Why? Because calmness under pressure communicates one thing. Inner strength, Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength when life tests you, when plans fall apart, or emotions run high. Most men panic, they lash out, they spiral, and slowly they lose respect. Not only from others, but from themselves. But the Stoic man, he breathes. He thinks, he acts from principle. Not panic, nothing repels a woman more than a man who crumbles under stress. And nothing earns more respect than a man who holds his frame when everything around him is falling apart. You are not a child. You are not a victim of the moment. You are the master of your mind, and when you lead with logic, not impulse, you don't just become more attractive. You become dangerously composed. Number 4, physical presence. Some men walk into a room and without saying a word, people feel them. That's physical presence. And women sense it instantly. It's not just about big arms or six-pack. Physical presence goes deeper. It's the way a man stands, walks, listens, the way he enters a room without needing attention, yet still commands it, as Marcus Aurelius wrote. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. A man with physical presence doesn't need to perform, he simply is.
Now let's be clear, building your physique matters strong posture. Clean grooming, a body trained through discipline. These are signs of self-respect. But many men confuse muscles with presence. There are plenty of guys who live at the gym, yet their energy is hollow. Because true presence isn't just built at the bench press, it's built through discipline, self-awareness, and purpose. It's how you carry yourself. Do you sit with composure or fidget? Do you shake hands with intention or insecurity? Do your eyes meet the world? Or avoid it? Presence is felt, not flaunted. And to a woman, that's silent strength. That's the kind of man she can't ignore. Not because he's loud, but because he's grounded, a man in control of his body. His space and his energy doesn't chase validation. He radiates certainty, and in a world full of noise, that silence speaks volumes. Number 5, dignity. Let's uncover a secret. Most men never realize. Women deeply admire a man with dignity more than his money, status, or style. Why? Because money can impress the world. But dignity earns quiet respect, especially from women. In a time where attention is currency, many men throw away one of the most sacred masculine traits, dignity. They post nonsense online to go viral. They act like clowns for a few likes. They lie to themselves, hoping fame or followers will fill the void. But it doesn't, and women feel it. A man without dignity feels hollow. He looks strong, but she can sense he's fragile. He might have cash, but she doesn't trust his core. Stoicism teaches us something powerful, that true strength comes not from what you show, but what you refuse to compromise. Epictetus once said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." And part of that mastery is living with dignity. A Stoic man doesn't sell out his values for approval. He doesn't trade authenticity for applause. He doesn't perform, he embodies. And here's the truth. Women are secretly drawn to men with that quiet, unshakable integrity, because while flashy men come and go, a man with self-respect anchors her. She knows this man won't fold under pressure. He won't say one thing in public and live another in private. He doesn't need to show off because his presence speaks for itself. And ironically, that quiet strength is far more attractive than any flex. So protect your dignity not just for her but for yourself, because once lost, it's hard to rebuild. And in the end, the man who holds onto his dignity holds a kind of power that money can't buy. Let's take a moment to breathe and reflect. We chase money because we think it gives us freedom, but it's not money. She craves. It's what money can't buy. Self-mastery, purpose, logical thinking, physical presence, dignity. These aren't just traits, they're virtues and virtues. My brother, our eternal wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Epictetus become the kind of man who isn't just desired, but respected, remembered, and followed. Not because of what's in your pockets, but because of what's in your character. If this message resonated with your soul, if you feel the call to rise not just as a man, but as a Stoic warrior, then hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video, so this wisdom reaches more men like you, and drop a comment. Which of these 5 traits are you mastering in your life today? This isn't just content. This is a brotherhood of philosophy, power, and purpose. Welcome to Depth, Stoic. And remember, a man's true wealth is measured not by what he owns, but by what he can live without.